Hello guys, my name is Ibrima. Our topic today is Rootkit. What is a rootkit? A rootkit is a clandestine computer program designed to provide continuous privileged access to a computer while actively hiding its existence in the system. The term rootkit is connected with the two words root and kit. Originally, a rootkit was a collection of tools that enable administrator level access to a computer or network. Root refers to the admin account on the Unix and Linux system, and kit refers to the software component that implements the tools. Today, rootkit are generally associated with malware such as trojans, worms, viruses that conceal their existence and actions from user and other systems. The term rootkit implies or means, let's say, we all have our devices, but there are administrative access or level access that automatically gives you updates. Like example, your iPhone, you don't have access to the root because you might uninstall certain programs, and also basically if you have access to your root, it means like you are the super user, you are the you completely own your system. You could run so many different codes on it. I think if you understand what I mean, you could run like all sort of codes in your system even without having to use the application or the main interface itself. So what can a rootkit do? A rootkit allows someone to maintain command and control over a computer without the computer or user owner knowing about it. Now, once a rootkit has been installed, the controller of the rootkit has the ability to remotely execute files and change system configuration on the host machine. A rootkit on an infected computer can also access log files and spy on the legitimate computer owner's usage. We have so many. You agree with me, like my first explanation about the root and the kit itself. But basically this is the main idea: having a malware in your system that gives the hacker a privilege to control your system without you knowing. We have like something like a keylogger. The hackers do call it a keylogger. It's like a spying tool that get installed on your system. It reports like it's given a specific time, like maybe every 6 hours it will give report to the hacker that these are the keystrokes that were typed on the target's keyboard or the victim's keyboard. So these are all type of rootkits. Yeah, like a simple explanation of what a rootkit is and what it can do. Well-known rootkit examples: Len Davis and Steve Digg wrote the earliest known rootkit in the early 90s. The NT rootkit, one of the first malicious rootkit targeted at the Windows OS operating system. Hacker Defender. This early Trojan altered augmented the operating system at a very low level of function calls. Machiavelli, the first rootkit targeting Mac OS, and appeared in 2009. As we know, the first rootkit was written in the early 90s, but till date there are still rootkit being introduced in the system because we cannot get rid of them. They are part of our systems. Companies do use it to secure their products or software. We have something, let's say Zeus. Once a Zeus Trojan Trojan infects a machine, it remains dominant until the end user visits a web page with a form to fill. One of the toolkit of most powerful features is it allows criminal to add files to forms at the browser level. This means that instead of directing the end user conflict website, the user would see a legitimate website. Like users can be used to edit a website, at not basically edit a website, but the content of the website that you will see, it will look legit, like 100%. This is the website example. Okay, you wanted to visit emu.edu.tr, or the School of Computing and Technology's website. You will see the website, but the Trojan will give access to the hacker to add certain type of information to the website, be it will be a form to fill, or maybe online payment, like to get your credit card details and all sort of stuff to your website. That's what these Zeus can do. Rootkit detection. It is difficult to detect rootkit, as we all know. There are no commercial product available that can find and remove all known and unknown rootkits. There are various ways to look for a rootkit on your infected machine. Basically, as far as you don't know if something exists, it will be very difficult to detect. Because when a rootkit it's sent or it's installed in your system, you can never know like if it exists or not. Let's continue with the rootkit detection. A trusted analyst host. To bypass the problem of compromised operating systems that may have modified to conceal a rootkit, simply use a different host. With an operating system known to be secured to do your analysis, a CD, for instance, can be overwritten or compromised and can be booted from. Signature based. Much as antivirus solution looks for predictable signature, byte level rootkit detection can as well, but approach is usually only effective against other threats. Behavioral based. Once installed, rootkit modifies system performance in subtle way that are sometimes detectable. For instance, the timing of the API call sometimes slow, the CPU utilization sometimes climb. A known clean system with other identical hardware software can be used to establish baseline for compromise and aid in rootkit detection. Behavioral based, like checking the behavior of your system, going to the task manager, seeing the kind of processes that are running, be it on the foreground or the background, especially the background processes that are running on your system needs to be checked. The CPU utilization, how the CPU or is running, the utilization of the utilities that the CPU is using. If you have to like try to check or calculate how much space is being used on your system, what are you using personally, and what other additional space are added. Integrity checking. The idea here is to compare key files or Windows registered entries on a support host with clean example to see if there have been changes in any way. Rootkit protection. Many rootkit penetrate computer system by piggybacking with software you trust or with a virus. You can safeguard your system from rootkit by ensuring it keeps patch against vulnerabilities. This includes patches of your operating system application update. That's why it's very important, like updating your systems up to date, because versions are always published, because there are always patches like or vulnerabilities in our system. So security or companies do update their software like frequently to patch those systems. So if you're out of if your software is out of date, or your your system is out of date, you are most likely vulnerable to this kind of attacks. And be careful of installing software, and carefully read the end user launching agreement. um I would like to end here. As you can see, it is apparently that Rootkit poses a vulnerable threat, and not just because they are sometimes installed by vendors like Sony or created by bad attack bad actors like hackers. They are swiftly evolving in incredible ways as researchers break new ground. Um, as we saw, Rootkit is very dangerous, and companies companies like Sony, Apple, they all most of them do have rootkits on their systems. But and like it is evolving as I mentioned on my slide. Hackers are using or creating more tools to make it easy to install rootkits on our systems, be it network. And one other thing is securing our network, be it our Wi-Fi, internet connections, or mainly internet connections, by having strong passwords and all that. It all counts, because giving access, it always give them access to our system. We also in turn give them access to send us files on our system, or install files on our system like rootkits, to steal our information, like vital information from us. So thank you all. This is the end of Rootkit. Hope it was groundbreaking and interesting slides, and productive as well. And now thank you all.